Welcome to Week 6 of the 2024 NFL regular season. As usual, several key injuries across the league are worth monitoring as we approach this weekend's games. The Bears will be without safety, Jaquan Brisker, along with other defensive starters for their matchup in London against the Jaguars. Meanwhile, the Panthers are missing their top two centers for their NFC South game against the Falcons. We're tracking all the significant injuries throughout the league for you. Below, you'll find the latest injury updates from each team's final Friday practice. Be sure to check back, as we'll be updating this page throughout the evening. The Jaguars won't activate Campbell from IR designated for return this week, and all players listed as questionable had limited participation in Friday's practice. Running back Travis Etienne, shoulder, is set to play, but the key player to keep an eye on is Engram, who has been sidelined for several weeks due to a hamstring injury. Baltimore consistently faces injury challenges, and this week is no different. The positive news is that all of the Ravens' questionable players participated in Friday's practice, albeit in a limited capacity. Mixon was limited in Houston's last two practices, which is a positive sign for his availability on Sunday. He hasn't played since the Texans' Week 2 victory over the Bears. Godek and Kancey participated fully in practice throughout the week. Winfield was limited in all sessions, while White missed both Thursday and Friday's practices. McMillan returned to full practice on Friday after being limited earlier in the week. With Posick sidelined, Nick Harris is expected to step in at center for Sunday's game. Ward returned to practice on Friday and looked like himself, according to Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski. Stefanski noted that Ward's status for Sunday will largely depend on how things go in the next 24 to 48 hours. As you can see, the Colts are dealing with a number of injuries. On a positive note, Richardson is expected to play after missing last week's game against the Titans. Pittman, Downs, and Moore all participated fully in Friday's practice. In another injury update for Pittsburgh, Russell Wilson is expected to be elevated to the no two quarterback spot for Sunday. Warren is listed as questionable, despite being a full participant in Friday's practice. With Highsmith and Herbig both ruled out, Jeremy Moon, a 3-year veteran who started his NFL career with the Ravens, will step in as the starting outside linebacker alongside TJ Watt. The Falcons are experiencing few injuries this week, with running back Bijan Robinson, hamstring, and wide receiver Darnell Mooney, knee, not assigned any injury designation. On the other hand, the Panthers will be missing both of their centers and their starting right tackle, which doesn't bode well for Andy Dalton. Left tackle Ikem Ikonu, elbow, and wide receiver Xavier Jet, shoulder, participated fully in practice and carry no injury designation. All players listed as questionable had limited participation on Friday. The Lions have a relatively light injury report. Mahogany is ruled out despite being a full practice participant throughout the week. In addition to Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence, the Cowboys will also be missing another defensive starter on Sunday with Kendricks out. Bland did not practice on Friday after fully participating on Wednesday and Thursday. Carson was a full participant in practice all week. For the Bengals, Brown's injury occurred on Thursday, and he was limited in practice on Friday. Hilton has participated fully in practice throughout the week. Tight end Mike Gesicki, hamstring, and running back Zach Moss, foot, were full participants on Friday and do not have an injury designation. The Giants will be without Neighbors for the second consecutive game, as he has not cleared concussion protocol. Singletary has been limited in practice all week, and if he is unable to play, Tyrone Tracy will get the start.